everybody and welcome to Wednesday phonics. Do you remember the digraph we learnt yesterday? It's quite a rude, shouty one. Oi! Do you remember there are two ways of writing oi? An O and an I, or an O and a Y. They both make the same sound. Now I'm going to write it really big on here in red, and I'm going to do it in bubble writing, and then we're going to see if we can shout it as loudly and as rudely as we can. Off we go. I do a really big one, massive O, and a massive E, with just the tiniest little flick, because we don't want it to look like a backwards J, do we? And it needs its dot on the top. Are you ready to shout it really loudly?
Oi!
Oh, that was deafening. Well done. One more time.
Oi!
Brilliant. Now, goodbye, Oi. You're too noisy for today. We're going to be learning a new tricky word. Now, listening to this tricky word, you wouldn't think it was tricky, because this word is was. Like you might say, I was walking to the park. Or yesterday, I was feeling sad because my feet got wet. Or you could say, he was sitting on the sofa. So that was, it should be easy, because you should be able to just go w, o, z, was. W, or z, was. But that's not how we write it. This is why English is so annoying and so tricky, because we don't write was like that. We actually write it like this. W, a, s, was, was, was. What's that all about? That is how we write the word was. So don't let it fool you. If you see this word in a book, it is not was, it is was. And if you need to write it, then you need to remember the tricky word was is W-A-S. I'm going to see if I can remember those letters. I'm going to write them on some post-it notes. Can you remember what the first letter is in was? Well done, it's W. That one's quite easy, because that's what you would expect. That can go on there. Now, trickier. Can you remember what the next letter is if we're writing the tricky word was? Give you a clue. It's not an O. Well done. It is an A. Stick it there. And can you remember what the last letter is in the tricky word was? Now notice I didn't say was, I said was, to give you a bit of a clue. You remembered? Well done. It is a S. There we go. W-A-S says was. Just going to muddle them up. See if we can remember which order they should go in and do it again. Which one should I get first? W. Which one should I get next? The letter A. And which one goes last? Yeah, it's a S at the end. Was. Have a go at practicing. Just the more you practice, the quicker you will learn it. But it is tricky. I'm going to practice mine by writing it in bubble writing. Really squeaky pen today. Have I got it right? And now I'm going to ask Mr. Turner if I can borrow his colourful rainbow pens, and then I'm going to have a go at colouring it in. Bye. See you next time. Oh yes, he says I can. Thanks, Mr. Turner.